we got a lot of teen mom stories today, actually. Listen, before I get into the teen mom stories, hang on, because I got to get my pillow. I'm looking too short here, and I don't like it. Because whenever I put your comments up, they cover like half of my head, right? And I need y'all to see that half. I worked very hard on it today. So here's Kail. Kail's been looking really good, you guys, right? She got her, oh, Lord. She got her second round of lipo, right? She got her second round of tummy tuck. She's looking good. She's feeling herself. She's going through a breakup. And y'all know there's something about a breakup, a post-breakup glow that does it to you, right? So she stepped out to the CMA Awards, the country awards, whatever they were called last night, right? And a lot of people were suggesting that she had Ozempic and that she couldn't actually look that good. Take a look at some of these photos that she shared from that night, right? So here she is. First of all, this green really is in her color palette. It looks really beautiful on her. You know what other colors I think would look really good on her with her hair and her skin tone? Like a Tiffany blue. And then there's like this shade of purple that I'm thinking of, not lilac. It's like a blue, purple mixed with pink sort of a thing, right? I think that would look really good. Even this would look good on her. This pink would look good on her. Anyway, she looked good, right? She wore a bustier. Remember, she got a breast reduction as well. And so she really wants to show off her perky new rack, and who can blame her? And then here's another photograph of her from the red carpet. She's looking really snatched. Listen, she just had 7 kids. The last 3 were popped out within the last year and a half, 2 years. And so people are understandably thinking, damn, what did you do to bounce back like that? Listen, y'all, plastic surgery. The girl, y'all know she had surgery. You know she had surgery, right? The first time she had the BBL, which includes lipo, and she got a tummy tuck as well with her BBL. It's not always with a tummy tuck, but she got one. And then she had some kind of breast augmentation there. And then now here she is with the second round. And so I think that honestly, if she really, really, really sticks with it this time, right? You don't even have to work out, right? A lot of people are always like, oh, like, how do you stay, not to me, right? But in general, like they just feel like, oh, I don't have time to work out, so I can't be like, thinner or whatever. 90% of it is what you eat, not even eating healthy, but how many calories are you consuming, right? And so I think that if she just stays on that path, right? Because I don't imagine she would have that much time to work out with the businesses she's running, all the children she has, all the, baby daddy's houses to run them off to, right? If she just sticks with a good, calorie deficit or regular maintenance or whatever, she could maintain these results for like a very, very, very long time. She looks really, really good. Okay. And I gotta say, Tanisha says, despite how I feel about Kail, she looks good. Surgery Ozempic coins well spent. Now, speaking of the Ozempic, Kail is so freaking happy about the Ozempic allegations. And I'll get to this, Carl in the Chaos. I got a screenshot for you on that. Okay. I'll get to this. Let me star your comment. She's so thrilled about the Ozempic allegations. The amount of videos that this woman made yesterday about people accusing her of being on Ozempic. Oh, she's thrilled. Take a look at some of them, okay?
Fuck. Thank y'all so much for saying that you think that I photoshopped my pictures. Truly the best compliment that I could have received. Trying to take my jacket off. Thank you so much. I'm also not on Ozempic. Thank you so much.
She was also heavier in Isaac's prom pictures that just came out. I agree. Not her body. Photoshopped.
Or maybe it could be the outfit I was wearing.
Got that Ozempic body.
I wish. Y'all get me on Ozempic.
Baby daddy. Bitch, I'm gay. Shut the fuck up. One thing about it is we might have just looked good walking the red carpet, but now
we ate a whole pizza.
I done ate all this pizza by myself. She got her little piece over there, and I'm eating ice cream with a fork. Okay?
Ozempic wear.
Ozempic wear. Okay? Baby, I done threw these pants off me so quick. The buttons have popped. Okay? So, we ain't ate all day. We hungry as hell. Damn starving over here. Y'all gonna catch us on one of those Feed the Children commercials.
So there you go. Y'all see how happy she was? She made like 3 or 4 videos denying the Ozempic allegations. Listen, I can't even hate. I would do the same. Like, wow, you really think so? Here's the thing. again, she had surgery, second round of body surgery to help keep her stomach flat after having so many children. For some people who are saying, for example, like China, who wouldn't be surprised if she was on Ozempic, she's known for her workout regimens. Here's the thing. On her podcast, she has been talking about it for the past year or so, that she was looking forward to getting on Ozempic, like, potentially after the surgery, if she still felt as though she needed to lose a little bit more weight. So I wouldn't be surprised if, like, eventually, I don't know, like, I don't think she needs it, right? I think she looks fantastic here where she's at. But I do believe that if she were to start taking it, she would be honest with us about it, because she's already been really, really, really honest with us about a lot of the other procedures that she gets, right? And she has already opened the door by telling us that she has considered Ozempic, right? So I do believe that if that happens, she will tell us, right? And that's the thing too, Ramster, right? The breast reduction, that changes a lot. Sometimes, being really, really busty, having, a big boobies, that can make you look a little bit larger sometimes. And so I think that, and let me put up a picture of her again. So I do think that the breast reduction probably also helped with, like, the illusion, or not even the illusion, but probably also helped to make her look thinner as well. Because typically when she's out here on these red carpets wearing these bustiers and whatnot, she has a really, 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 she's got some knockers on her, y'all, right? And so there you go. Listen, she looks fantastic. I hope that she stays within these color palettes, right? Listen, knowing your color palette changes everything, right? As far as, like, getting dressed goes. Now, I did have a comment here from Kailyn the Chaos. Let me go back and find her comment, boo. She had asked, are they admitting that they're splitting up now, right? The whole Elijah thing. I have done so many videos about this, and it's just so hard to be able to truly to give you a definitive answer. I can only ever tell you what she's told us in this moment, right? So, she did the thing where she was bleeping his name out of podcast. She referred to him as her ex. And then the last time I talked to you guys about Kailyn, what she was up to, it was 2 days ago, I want to say. It would have been on Wednesday's morning report, where she told Lindsay that she emphasized twice. All of her past relationships had been toxic. She's always regretted going back home, turning the key, and, like, seeing that man in her house, whatever man she was dating at the time. So to me, it sounds like they are off again, because she didn't say with the exception of Elijah, right? Typically, when she would talk about her toxic relationships, she would say that everybody before Elijah, and that Elijah is great, right? So I do believe that they are off again. And the reason I was pulling up that photo of her with the Crocs in her hands is because y'all saw the way that she put her ring back on after all of, like, the drama with Elijah. Then she made the TikTok with him, laughing at people's comments, saying that people were just speculating too much. They didn't know the truth, like, implying that they're back together. Well, now take a look at this photo that she shared just last night. The ring is off again. The ring didn't mean a thing. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The ring is off again, you guys. Or should I sing Beyonce? She took that ring off. It looks like, just based off of what she's been saying on her podcast and her taking her ring off again, that things are off again with Elijah. And honestly, I'm really, 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 like, sad for the family in that, because it's a lot, trying to separate when there are so many moving pieces and whatnot already is really, really difficult. And I definitely do not envy her in that regard. And I feel really, really, really badly for the children, most importantly, because yet again, here is a guy, some random guy off the streets that was randomly selected, to give her a new baby and to move into the house with these people, right? That they keep on living through. And I feel like that's got to be really, really traumatic to her. Remember, Joe had a heart-to-heart conversation with Elijah at a barbecue. And he asked Elijah, are you the real deal? Are you really going to stay? Because my son is traumatized. He had a stepdad that he looked at, like, truly as a second father. That was ripped away from him. And there have been many other men who've come around, dropped off some babies like the stork, bounced. He can't take anymore. Are you the real deal? Elijah looked him right in the face, said, yeah, he's here to stay. He loves Kail. He loves the children. He isn't going anywhere, just to turn around and boop, cheat. Just to turn around and cheat. Honestly, that is just such vile behavior. To go and seek out a single mother just to do that to her is honestly just so troubling. So I really, 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 feel bad for everybody involved in this. Yes, she could have made better decisions, right? She definitely should learn, what a condom is, first and foremost, right? Especially when she's fornicating with strangers. She said that they got pregnant on the first time that they hooked up. Right. It was kind of like this, hot neighbor, let's get together. Boom. Raw. So I do think that she needs to look into condoms in the future, right? Even if she got her tubes tied or taken out or whatever, STDs are still a thing, right? So I do think that she needs to do better moving forward, but I still do feel bad for her. Mariah says, remember, there's a farm involved, you guys. Livestock, chickens, pigs, goats. How do you divide all that? Well, listen, I don't think they really need to divide it because the man lives like right there on the plot of land. Mariah says, I don't think I could ever have any surgery that my life didn't depend on. I'm a hypochondriac and I don't know how people get multiple dangerous surgeries. You know what? Fair. I totally get it too. Listen, I get it. It's definitely a big risk. Even if you had the best surgeon in the planet, like the surgeon could have an off day, right? Or something in your body, your blood or something could just like not have a good reaction, and it could be a big risk. So I definitely get it. Ramsey says she keeps dragging guys through her home like groceries. Oh, are you a rapper, Ramster? Because that kind of sounded like a bar. And Keisha says, I think Elijah has been doing this. It's only new to us. And I wouldn't be surprised either. He was just so damn brazen. Maybe he'd gotten away with it for so long that, and because a lot of people don't know Elijah, you got to be like knee deep in the teen mom world, right? So maybe he had gotten so brazen that because of potentially having done this in the past. Ryan says, been single for 2 years. I won't bring a man around my children. Yup, that isn't their father until they're older. I need to focus on them and not a man. You know what? I think it's the safest thing, right? There have been so many statistics and, stories and whatnot about, some of the dangers, right, of bringing random men around your children. And honestly, I'm really amazed that in this franchise, we have not heard those types of horror stories. I am knocking on wood that they're not being hidden or something like that, that truly nothing has happened, because the way that Kail moves, the way that Leah moves, the way that some of these people move, scary stuff, right? Scary stuff. Deja says, I don't think Elijah said come out to cheat. We got to remember how Kayla is in a relationship too, and I think Elijah was as good as he could be, but Kail, girl, with her shenanigans, right? She also says, who is to say she didn't have him on a damn NDA? Maybe she cheated. Ooh, and listen, Kail has been known to cheat in many a relationship, so you never know, right? You never know. China says, I don't think Kail would allow him to leave because then she's alone, would be responsible for raising all the children aside from the dads pitching in. She had it so good with that man. And to me, the way that man was so involved, like I truly thought he was here. Like, listen, I always kind of was hesitant about this relationship or skeptical about this relationship because of his age, right? I think he's too young for her. But the way that he was really stepping up as a father figure, like entrenched in there, shook. And I really thought that she would stay anyway, because listen, she's got her own history of cheating. Maybe they could convert their relationship into an open relationship. There's just so much on the line here, right? Like just, it's a lot, right? Weren't they also supposed to be building a new house? Like, Alex says, if only she would nip and tuck the men in her, damn, in her life out of it with more vigor than she does her own body. Another bar. Y'all are killer today. I love it. Gwen says, at least Kail has a nanny around to make sure these guys aren't sniffing around her kids, right? I'm so paranoid that I rarely allow guys in my house at all. Exactly. That's what I'm getting at here, because listen, her and Leah, the way they move, scary stuff. China says, Kail makes me glad to be a single woman living alone with just my cat. Black Jesus, fix it. Kail is always in the trenches. Isn't it the best? Listen, I feel like single life is so underrated. Having lived with men, let me tell you, I prefer single life, being alone, dating, zipping it and doing it, y'all, and not much more. Carl says, I'm surprised that Kail didn't beat his behind and get arrested. She's got form for it. And that's what she did to Chris when he cut the child's hair, right? So she's done it in the past. We saw her shake up Javi too. Thank God she didn't, though, because she does need to learn that it's not okay to put your hands on people, right? And I don't think that the law would be so lenient to her this time around with her history, right? Ronnie says, I guarantee you they stay together. Listen, I wouldn't be so, listen, if I were Kail, I would stay with that man. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I always walk away from cheating, right? But I'm a single young woman, right? Young tenderoni. I'm fine, right? But in her situation with all the kids, the farm, this, that, oh, I'm staying. What cheating? I'm sorry. I didn't see anything. What are you talking about? Brianna says, girl, I'm 8 years post-divorce, still single, keeping my child safe. Oh my God. Y'all are really, really, truly rocking it here. And, it's so nice to hear these stories of, different ways that you guys are navigating single motherhood, right? And just, keeping your kids first and foremost as your priorities. I really do applaud you guys. Super, super, super beautiful to hear.